All right. Well, hey, thanks so much for jumping on. Super excited to share some information with you this morning, and got some amazing guests. But first, I want to start out by saying, listen, first of all, we don't treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent anything. Give your body the right tools it knows what to do. But what if I told you that there is an epidemic? In fact, there's a pandemic that is in epic size proportions that actually is worldwide. It is a global threat. And you guys, it is responsible for over 300,000 deaths a year in just the US alone. Would that get your attention? Would you want to know what you can do to help yourself not be a statistic? Well, you guys, over the next 30 minutes, you're going to hear from a couple people that are doing just that. And we're going to share with you some tools that can help support your body so you're not one of those statistics. What am I talking about? You guys, I'm talking about the National Institute of Health says that obesity and overweight is the cause in the US alone. This isn't even globally, but just in the US alone, over 300,000 deaths per year. You guys, that should scare you. It should scare you enough to watch this all the way through. And then it should scare you enough to take action on what you're going to learn here today. You're going to hear from some people that have absolutely taken action on the information that we're going to give you. So let's see here. That was a good intro. And now I can't turn my slides. That's okay. There we go. My privilege this morning is to introduce you somebody. His name is Sean. Sean Trieger has taken that step. He said, I'm not going to be a statistic. He's a dad. He's an entrepreneur. And he's got an amazing story here. Sean just got started on our program, you guys, less than a month ago. And I know Sean's with us. Sean, we would absolutely love to hear. And what I'd love you to share is kind of where you were a little over a month ago and what's happened here over the last 3.5 weeks or so.
Okay. Just real quick. I am a dad. I was with one of the number one retailers for many, many years, and I have my own small business. I've got 4 kids and a lovely wife. But as you can see there, I was at 515 pounds. So I went to the doctor and they wanted to shoot me up with this pin, and I didn't want to do none of that. So I wasn't really trying to lose weight. Didn't know what I was going to do. I ended up with my business, with everything that's going on, had to close down. And so I was looking for some extra income or another avenue, and I ended up talking to Steve. And so we were talking a little bit about that, but then he kind of just asked me what's going on in my life other than that, like, you lose weight or anything? I said, well, yeah. I'm like 515 pounds. So he started talking to me about the products, and that was great. And when you're 515 pounds, it's hard to even get up and get to your car. So that's what people might not quite understand. You know, people are big, but little things like not being able to buckle my seatbelt, not being able to put on my own shoes and socks, which I still struggle with that. So that is coming, but not being able to even go out and throw a football with my son. It hits you in a spot where you don't want to be. So I am thankful that I found this opportunity. These 2 little brown bottles, they're in Slenderize, have changed my life. Starting with, everybody don't know what a Dutch Brothers is, but it's similar to a Starbucks. That was the start of my day, a $5.50 mocha. And then I'd probably have 1 or 2 more during the day, just to keep my energy level up. And that wasn't, waking up was hard. Going to bed was hard, but I feel amazing now.
Well, Sean, I mean, so you've lost how much weight? I know it says it on the screen, but I want you to say it again. Just in how long? Like what have you done here?
41 pounds I've lost in less than a month. So I started on the products. And what that's allowed me to do is to cut out all the sugary drinks, like the mochas, the energy drinks, the brisk teas. I only drink tap water out of my bottle, my little white bottle. I've never been much of a water guy, but I literally have not drank anything else but water over the last 3 weeks. I'm eating better. Like we all know what we're supposed to eat, but it's hard to do that when those cravings are there. And whatever's in those little brown bottles, they've helped curb my appetite and my cravings for those things. And it's not like I don't feel like I feel like I've gained a lot of stuff on the inside health wise. And you hear that, and it might be a cliche, but I feel so good from being able to make the right choices.
Love it, love it. So really quick, is there one or two things just in the last few weeks? I mean, 41 pounds, that's a lot of weight. Is there anything that you've noticed that other than the weight off, is there, I mean, stuff that you can do easier? Is there just one or two things that maybe there's already you've seen a change in kind of your daily routine?
Yes. For one, I can have a daily routine. I'm not just waking up right before it's time for me to do whatever I'm going to do for the day. So I can get up early, I can get going. Walking, that is important. So I wouldn't have even tried to walk around the block first off, because it's a struggle to just walk to my car. But I started with just walking around the block, and I huff and puff the first time around. But now I'm out on the dikes. I'm going for like 40-minute walks. I can actually move. That for me is tremendous. Last weekend I threw the football with my son, and got to play ball with my kids, and that's one thing for me. Being able to spend quality time with my kids is important to me. Being able to go for walks with my kids and my wife is important to me, and being able to actually have a routine where I can be up and feel good about my day and feel productive.
Awesome, awesome. Sean, super proud of you. I know you are on a path that is going to just continually give you more and more of your life back, and just super proud to be on this journey with you. And thank you so much for sharing this morning. You're a true inspiration to many, many people. So thank you, sir. Guys, we're going to get into the little brown bottles here. Absolutely. We're going to get into the little brown bottles here in a minute, but our company's called RX, and we have everything from nutrition products to skincare to energy drinks and many other things in between. It's not just some products that are formulated by a guy or a girl in a white coat somewhere, and they say, hey, go sell this stuff. This is a collaborative effort. We've got a scientific advisory board, people that have expertises in different fields that all collaborate on what is needed out there in the world. And then we've got a wellness council now made up of hundreds of healthcare practitioners all over the world that also have input. So this is a huge collaborative effort. Here's our differentiation right here. Our products, I like to say, are clean, safe, and effective. And all of these little certifications on there back up those statements tremendously. We're going to focus in on what's called a transformation pack. It's the products that Sean started with. It's what helps it's that foundational nutrition to get your body jump started with energy, nutrition, and then those little brown bottles that we're going to learn about here in just a moment. But let's just talk about, the liquid nutrition and the energy. We've got a product called MOA. It stands for Mother of All. It's a 36 superfood drink. These are foods found all over the world, 6 medicinal mushrooms, and you guys, it helps boost your immune system, right? Anybody want their immune system boosted over these last few weeks, few months, right? That's not going to be something that's going to go out of style. We now have been conditioned that we want and need a strong immune system. But also it helps in healthy digestion, anti-aging, who wants to look younger, cardiovascular health, and much, much more. It comes in a box, 30 pouches in a box. You do it. It's like a shot. It's got a little peppery kick. It helps with nutrient absorption. Guys, it's just amazing. It helps mitigate inflammation. It does so many things. And then the second product there to the right, it's called Rejuvenex. This is one of my best friends. This replaced for me, a lifelong coffee habit. I was coffee from sunup to sundown, living on Rolaids. I haven't had coffee now for over 7 years because of this product right here. It was a simple transition, and I now found the energy with these two products. Every morning I take them. With these two products, I have plenty of energy, but I'm focused. I've got that immune support, guys. It's unbelievable combination. And it's inexpensive. I know, Sean, I know you're muted right now, but I bet you were spending more than $3 on that coffee mocha schmocha thing, right? Like, especially if you're doing 2 or 3 a day. And then, energy drinks, you guys, are 4 capsules of Rejuvenex is less than $2. So for about $5 a day, you've got a 5 to 7 hour lifted up immune support, energy, and focus all in one that's doing your body something good as opposed to not helping your body out in any way, shape, or form. Okay, Here's the brown bottles. Here's the magic. This is the secret sauce, if you will. There's nothing really secret about it. It's just a product that works. And here's what it's not. It's not a diet. Diets don't work. I don't even like the word diet, D-I-E, die. Like nobody wants to diet, right? But what if you could have a product, like Sean just mentioned, that helps you have the discipline and helps to change things physiologically, where you start to crave water, where you start to crave healthier foods, where it's an easier transition, and then you start to shift to a healthy lifestyle, which then starts to give lasting results. And that's what this product does, guys. In our clinical trial, men lost an average of 2/3 a pound a day. Now, Sean's a stud. He says, I'm going to overperform that. I'm an overachiever. Women, 1/2 pound a day. It's absolutely unbelievable. It's homeopathic and herbal. No stimulants, no HCG, right? It's just good stuff for your body. It comes with a food list. You guys, this is just common sense food. Again, like Sean said, we all know what we should eat, what we should stay away from, but few of us have the discipline to stick to it. The brown bottles help give you the discipline. This is just a guide of common sense food. The results then start to speak from themselves. We're going to hear from somebody who's got results, not just short term, but long term. This is my good friend, Mary. Mary's a mom, grandmother, but I'll tell you what, Mary has been an inspiration now to literally tens of thousands of people around the world. Mary's story started a little over 5.5 years ago. You just heard from Sean, who's less than 30 days. But what I wanted you to do is hear from Mary, who's now over 5.5 years. And I met Mary when she was like that on the left. Mary started out at 319 pounds. And Mary, I'm super excited that you're here to share with us. Can we kind of go back to how you felt back then, a little over 5.5 years ago? You might have to unmute yourself, Mary. Oh, there you go.
I am. 5.5, 6 years ago, I was just tired, didn't feel good. I'd go to work, come home, sleep, go back to work, but I never felt like I had much of a life. I couldn't get down and play with my grandkids. I could barely drive because it was hard to even get behind a steering wheel. And my knees I had one knee that has arthritis bad in it, and I couldn't hardly walk with that one. And I had sciatic issues on the other side. And I had high blood pressure and diabetes. And yeah, I just didn't have much of a life, really.
So Mary, I met you a little over 5.5 years ago, and you decided that you're going to start those little brown bottles, and then ultimately you added some other things that we offer. And what started to happen?
2 weeks into it, I started feeling good. I just had more energy. And I started losing weight. I mean, both of them happened at the same time. I have Hashimoto's disease, so it's not. I mean, it's kind of I have to fight the tired all the time anyway. But I just started having more energy, feeling good. Thanks to Aaron and Ginger and a few other people, I had the mental attitude to want to do this too.
And so, Mary, I know you went through a holiday season, and you actually hit a plateau, right, for almost 2 months. I want you to talk about that, because, you guys, what we tend to do is we allow ourselves to get to a point of unhealthy, right, or overweight, and then we think magically that everything should fix itself in 30 or 60 days, right, when it took us sometimes years or decades to get to that point. And sometimes your body needs to catch up with it. So Mary, can you talk about, I know you were on the program for like 3 or 4 months and had some results, but then there was a period over like a November, December. Can you talk about that really quickly?
Yeah, it actually was about 3 months that I didn't lose any weight. But I knew because I've been on a lot of diets and a lot of different things. And I knew that there's always a period of time where it's just hard to lose because I had a lot of things wrong and they had to balance out before I could actually lose weight. So I just stuck to it. I stuck to what you can eat on the plan. I stuck to doing it. And even through my father's death, I took stuff to the funeral home and had it in the refrigerator so that I could eat what I'm supposed to be eating and not just going crazy eating stuff. And I continued to lose after that. After my father's passing, I started losing, and then I just lost, and I just lost, and I just lost. It wasn't huge amounts of loss, but a pound or two a week or 3. And I just stuck to it because I knew that if I just stuck to it, it would work. Nothing else I had done had worked before. And on this program, the first month, I actually lost 14 pounds, which was about 12 more than I'd lost in the year before, whole year before that. I
want to interrupt you a minute, Mary. Sorry for that, but that's really important, guys.
Okay.
Because diet alone, right? So this is a perfect case. In our clinical trial, they did do a calorie count. We don't count calories. You don't have to. But Mary, the whole year, tried diet alone, and she added some of the products. She added those little brown bottles. She added some other nutrition. And that plus the healthy food eating, isn't that really what helped you this time?
Oh yeah, sure. I started the Optimals, and I put my husband on them too because he was pretty into taking vitamins. So I did the bottles, and I then added the Optimals, the vitamins and minerals. And then after that, it was slowly, I'd add one thing at a time. I'd hear about how good this one product was, so I'd try that. And so I didn't get everything all at one time, but I just added the things I felt were foundational, like the vitamins and the minerals. And the drops I would never do without. I still, to this day, take the Accelerate because I do have thyroid issues, and Accelerate helps that. I want to say, I don't want to say this in a bragging way, but I feel like I'm a poster child for doing it right from the beginning. And that was
we can see that for sure. So Mary, here you are. It's been 5.5 years. How much weight have you lost, and how has your life changed?
I've lost 187 pounds. And well, for one thing, I've changed my wardrobe about 5 times, and I'm ready to get that last one in before, that will be my forever clothes. I was ready to go shopping, and then they closed the stores. So,
well, you look fantastic.
I have my a 2 and a 4-year-old that live with me, my granddaughters, and have taken care of them for the last year, and I couldn't have done it without this. I couldn't have. I wouldn't have been able to take care of them and chase after the 2-year-old. Oh my goodness. And
I think we lost you, Mary. But anyway, you guys, again, there she is. Go ahead.
Yep, I'm here. And the highlight was that I got to take my older grandchildren to Disney World and go walking miles and miles and just do things that I'd never been able to do before.
Love it. Hey, Mary, if somebody's looking this and watching this, and maybe they struggle with some of the same things, or maybe they're heavier, and what would you say to that person really quick in just like 60 seconds? What would you say to that person that's watching this video today?
Number one is try it. You'll never know if you don't try. And then the other thing is stick to it because you will get results. I think there's people that have bought from me and they tried it a month or two and it just didn't work, And I'm like, well, I went 3 months when it didn't do anything for me, at least looking at the scale and stuff. But I'm here to tell you, I'm so glad I didn't give up. I just kept trying and working at it. And, now it's been a year since I have changed much in weight. And I don't necessarily always eat right. And last year we didn't have a lot of money, so I ate cheaply. And I'm here to tell you, I haven't gained anything. I've lost a few more pounds, but I haven't gained anything. And I have never been on a diet where I gave up eating the stuff that I was eating and still lost weight and still kept it off. So it's just phenomenal. And I want to tell you, everybody that's on this right now, my husband had a heart attack 6 months ago today. Well, he actually had open heart surgery 6 months ago today. And the doctor said he would have been dead if he hadn't been taking the good stuff, all the vitamins and eating better and trying to lose some weight. The doctor said, there's 6 or 7 people that go into the ER every month with what he had. And she never saw him because they died. So if nothing else, it's just worth that because it helps save my husband's life. So don't give up. Don't give up.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Mary. And again, you guys remember, we don't treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent anything. Giving your body the right tools. And you've just heard from 2 people that are giving their body the right tools and you're seeing the results. Here's some more results. Here's my good friend, Paul. Here's a couple other people, Rebecca and Marla. You got John and Christy Oki, husband and wife team. There's my good buddy, we call him now Skinny Vinny. And that after picture is not even is at his total weight loss. Here's Jackie and here's Mary Kay. Here's my friend, Jenny. She lives just about 45 minutes from where I live. Now she took these same products that you just heard about where people are losing significant amounts of weight. She used these products to get ripped. You guys, a lot of athletes love our products. There's Mary again, and Sid. There's my good friend Barry up there on the top left. And you got Jeannie down there on the bottom right. I mean, you guys, these are real people. These are real results. These are people that refuse to be a statistic. They said, hey, I'm not going to just invest in something. I'm going to invest in what I like to call real health that gives real results that tend to last. And that's what we're talking about here, you guys. We've got a couple other products that a lot of people, if you're on the go or you want a quick snack or meal replacement, we've got some of the cleanest shakes, if not the cleanest shakes on the marketplace today. They taste fantastic. And if you're like me and you always say, hey, I'm going to start to, eat better, and you go to the store and you spend about $200 on vegetables, and then in 2 weeks you throw away about $150 worth of vegetables. Well, this is going to be your new best friend. It's 2 pounds per serving, tastes fantastic, and it gives you lots and lots of nutrition. Okay, how do I get started? I'm glad you asked. It's very simple. It's a one-time $24.95. That sets up a wholesale account, and then you just pick a pack. Most people tend to gravitate towards that Transformation C pack, but whatever pack fits you best. But there's also people that are looking at it from more of a business perspective, as well as they've got a significant amount of weight to lose, or they've got like a husband and wife duo, or they've got some kids that want to do this with them. There's something called an ultimate pack that I highly recommend. And then to keep commission eligible. So if you're just doing this for your own personal transformation, fantastic. If you're somebody that says, hey, well, I want to start to be able to share this and get reimbursed and make some money to stay commission eligible, it's simple. Find a customer that spends $150 once every 4 weeks. You can be that customer, and a lot of us end up being that because we want to buy from ourselves good, clean nutrition that works. Now, I want you to think about something. You just heard 2 tremendous testimonies. Do you know anybody in your circle that could benefit from what you just heard? Do you know anybody that suffers from poor sleep, somebody that has low energy, somebody that needs to lose weight, somebody that has inflammation issues? If you can think of anybody like that, have them watch this video. But you guys, here's the thing. If they don't know, how can they start to get results like Sean and Mary? Then I want you to think about this. What's going on in the world today? How many of you are stuck home and are told you can't even go earn a living? What if I told you that many people that are here doing this as a business, their incomes are up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, even in some cases 100%. We get paid weekly. What if you could be your own boss? What if you could work from home and choose what you want to do? By the way, home is wherever you want it to be, right? You can do this from the beach. I got a good friend, Jane Boland, and she's up at her cabin. She's down in her beach house in Florida. She's in Nashville with her daughter. Like, she's all over the place, but she's building a business by caring enough to share the information that you just saw. Unstoppable growth. Well, you guys, if a pandemic in different proportions, right? What the world's going through now, again, that pandemic, and I feel bad for, but isn't near as significant of what I just told you. It's 300,000 people a year just in the United States alone die of overweight and obesity. Here's a company that through all of this global shutdown can't be stopped. In fact, in France, we were up 110% last week. Because we have corporate offices in 13 countries around the world. You can have a global business from wherever you're at, all from the comfort of your own phone, right? Not your own home, but your own phone. All you have to be willing to do is, just like Mary said, just get started, stick with the program, let the products do the work, and you just get in the habit of taking them, and your lifestyle starts to change like Sean's experiencing. And then guess what happens? You want to share this and you can reap benefits. Guys, our company did $230 million last year, and we'll blow that away this year. So if you like anything that you saw, just make a decision. Get back with the person that shared this with you and say, hey, I'm going to start. I'm going to start today. I'm going to invest in me, right? There's a lot of things that you and I can't prevent. We can't help what's happening. But here's one thing. Wouldn't you like to take control of your own health, of your own financial destiny? This is the opportunity for you to do it. Thanks so much for joining. Again, get back with the person that shared this video with you today.